𝗪𝗡𝗄𝗃. All right, now it's time to get into Raw, February 28th, 2000. Taking it back 23 years here, fellas.
That's too many years, James, and I only have so many left.
I hear that.
So they did have one I want to complain about here, and maybe one of you guys can call on me on it, or one of the listeners can. But there's a clip here, and maybe there's multiple clips from SmackDown, but I know there's a Jericho clip of him powerbombing Road Dogg through a table, and that happened on SmackDown. This is cross-brand bull. Just use Raw clips.
Look, man, we were a super show back then, all right, brother? Like,
Actually,
everyone's on everything all the time.
Actually, there's many different SmackDown clips and Sunday Night Heat.
More people watch SmackDown. Oh, sorry, angry chicken plucker. My bad, bro.
Well, I think I would have rather have seen the Danny Doring and Amish Roadco opener than the 20-minute Triple H town hall. Oh, my God. Whenever anyone ever talks about the 20-minute Triple H town hall, this is a very good example of that.
Yeah, you're right. This is, we're in Madison Square Garden, by the way, New York City.
Oh,
my. Hey, if I'm going to watch the 20-minute Triple H opener, I'm going to at least get a little drink.
I feel you.
What you got there, Liquid Death?
Yeah, I got a little water.
Madison Square Garden, No Way Out just happened, and we're on the road to WrestleMania. One of the first things I see is a long boy sign that says 500 pounds of barrel of monkey piss.
Yeah, dude, they're like really excited to show the sign.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome.
There's also a sign that says, I want Billy's gun. But I'm assuming that was talking about his cock, Tony.
No, the gun club, you know, that's what he's talking about.
You're talking about his ass.
His ass is a gun.
He's Mr. Ass.
Shooting Dookie.
He wants Billy's gun.
He wasn't Mr. Dick, he was Mr.
Come
Ass.
on, man.
I'm missing the point here.
Because he's watching SmackDown, Tony. It's because he's watching SmackDown.
Billy
He's not
Gunn
watching
wasn't on
Raw.
SmackDown.
You're right.
No,
Yeah.
fuck you. The New Age Outlaws reunited on SmackDown.
Billy Gunn wasn't on SmackDown because you're over there
reunited.
watching it, brother. You know?
How can I watch if I already saw? Like,
yeah, you might be right on that one.
Thank you, bro. Well, what happens?
Triple H Town Hall. This is exactly what it is. We do get to hear this multiple times during the show, and I'm always excited to hear it. It's a good theme song. Well, we start off Raw with the world champion Triple H. This is vintage WWF here.
Yes.
What do you think of this shirt? I like
Which
the
one
shirt.
is this?
Not for the innocent.
I don't know if I know this one.
The Triple H green.
In
green,
my eye,
for the
like
innocent
I
shirt?
know what it is, but I don't know what it says. I just know it's Triple H had a green shirt.
It's a green one with the HHH and then says not for the innocent on the back, but they're all over $100 to buy it, so I'm not going to do that.
Well, Tony, I know a way that we can get it that it's not $100.
I'll talk you off.
Yeah, we'll toss. The only Triple H shirt I own, I think, is the Game Over, You're Damn Right I'm Over shirt.
Yeah, I have that shirt.
Yeah, I do too.
Wow. The only one I had was the Evolution Paid Laden Made shirt.
I had that too, yeah.
I wore that to school, and then
I also wore that to school, but
Got
we were in
trouble.
very different grades, Tony.
Yeah, that's true.
I was a senior in high school. Very many chicks wanted
I was in middle school.
a lot of chicks wanted to lay me after that shirt.
That's so
Hell
sick,
yeah, hell
man.
yeah.
I
That's
was
so
paid,
sick.
laid, and made, and I said, I
That's
don't know
so
what that means.
Fucking
That's
sick.
based, bro.
They were big into Mark Jindrak, probably the girls, right, Tony?
Dude, bunch of natural born thrillers in my high school.
Oh
Wow.
my God. That's what the ladies used to call me, Tony, the Natural Born Thriller.
The ladies didn't call me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. It got better.
They used to call me Buff Daddy because I had the largest arms.
Because you were the buff daddy. You're right.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
largest
real
arms in
shit.
the world. of course.
TonyPizzaGuy.com told me he had bigger arms than Scott Steiner.
You can go there or Tony.pizza, whatever your fancy is.
that
Tony
real?
Got Pizza, yeah, that is a real link. It sends you to a cool place. Confetti randomly is falling from the ceiling here in this segment. I'm not too sure why.
I think it was an accident.
Yeah. All right.
It was, the Triple H just retired Mick Foley, so that was
The
the
confetti
maybe.
for Mick Foley's retirement. The
Yeah.
crowd is chanting for Mick Foley here, big time.
They're
Because,
also chanting slut.
well, that was also for Mick Foley, but Triple H retired Mick Foley, the slut. He retired him last night, which
Slut,
of course
slut.
lasts forever, right, guys? He's not coming back.
No, he is gone, and good riddance, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
for
he comes
sure.
back in 5 weeks and he goes to WrestleMania.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, maybe.
Wait, which WrestleMania is that, Tony?
WrestleMania 2000, Linda
No.
Ellerby version.
Which historically has one of the better theme songs.
No.
Yes, indeed.
God damn it.
Hell of a career for Mick Foley, but Triple H says that he has a lot of respect for Mick because him and
Yeah.
Mick they've killed each other twice in Madison Square Garden.
Sure.
And he says that he got the guys to make Mick Foley a very nice video package to send him on his way.
Before you get to the video package, Stephanie was pissed off that he was going to play a video package. And
Oh, she was questioning him, yes.
And he said, no, this is a guy thing. And
Oh yeah,
That's what he did.
yeah, he did.
Well, Triple H says Kevin Dunn hit the package, and they show a video as if Mick Foley died. And then it instantly, very quickly gets cut off by the DX theme song. And then it shows various shots of Triple H beating Mick Foley's ass. And then at least 3 different occasions where Mick Foley shit his pants.
He shit his pants, and he's picking his butt, too.
He's picking his ass, and it's shitty.
Did he record B-roll for this?
B-roll sandwich for
like
this?
Mankind went out and recorded nipple-rubbing, ass-grabbing B-roll?
No, those are from the show.
Those are from just random clips from Raw and stuff.
But I don't know what the clips of Foley like showing his titties and
that's what I'm saying. Are
from.
You sure that was on the show?
I don't. Those ones might be B-roll.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there was some film.
Foley leaving, picking his ass was definitely on the show before. I don't remember them zoom in shot of his shitted drawers on the announce table at one time. Though.
There's a clip in there that I thought was funny. It was just Foley rolling down the stairs.
That's from the Bbard Live Empty Arena match.
The halftime heat one,
yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, Foley randomly showing his titties and playing with his titties and then shitty underwear. I was like, what the fuck?
Doing the B-roll of him playing with the titties.
This is like me at James's house when I went.
This is for the boys. All right.
This is just for the boys here.
Step back.
You're on a line, ma'am. Get out of
here. Well, Triple H says the WWF will never be the same without Mick Foley. It'll be a million times better.
He said, what a jerk. Yeah. What a jerk. You're out of here.
Stephanie grabs the mic and instantly gets more heat than Triple H.
Yeah, really.
Stephanie says instead of being a fat, smelly, disgusting loser, Mick can be a fat, smelly, disgusting, retired loser.
Got worried for a second there.
Yeah, she dragged out that re.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, fuck. Jerry Lawler was going to say it.
Shane McMahon then comes out to interrupt, and he is with the Big Show.
So Shane just returned at No Way Out and helped Big Show beat The Rock, which I'm assuming is the follow-up to Rock and Big Show eliminating each other from the Royal Rumble?
That would be correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the Big Show beat him.
Okay. So why don't you just have Big Show win the Rumble?
Well, because we have another whole pay-per-view in between there.
Was The Rock declared the winner like on the stats, on the paper? Yeah.
I think so. He's officially a winner, but they super contested like the next night on Raw.
And then they do the match, and then it's now the Big Show versus Triple H in the main event of WrestleMania. Yes, that's the main event.
Tony, I saw you posted a graphic of that. Where was that from?
We watched a Raw around this era or SmackDown or something around this era. They had that graphic on it before. It was a picture. It's a graphic. The original match was Triple H and Big Show versus Big Show with Shane and Stephanie in their corners. Crazy match.
I wonder how far down the line like that changed, because obviously, spoilers, that turns to a fucking 4-way, right? It's the McMahon 4-way. All the McMahons are a manager.
McMahon in every corner. I'm assuming it was like a long-term story, and they knew that Big Show and Triple H wasn't going to be the main event, because like even on this Raw, you can tell.
Rock knew.
Yeah, you're right.
Shane comes out and he says, I want to talk McMahon to McMahon, which is him and Stephanie. He says, you drove Vinnie Mac's business into a whole different business. I don't know what the hell that meant. He said, you think I will let that happen? I can't let that happen. I've been waiting for my spot to align myself with the right individual. And I've been looking to align myself with a champion, but not Triple H. And I'm not talking about the eyebrow-raising champion. I don't remember when he won that belt. The Rock. He calls him a prima donna, a self-righteous champion. And then he puts over the Big Show as being 7'2", 500 pounds. And then there's a very awkward, like, long stare down, and Shane keeps telling Stephanie to back up. Back out his for the boys.
Come on now, get out of there now.
And then The Rock, of course, comes out, and then the camera zooms in, comes in from the side on The Rock and smashes into somebody's side.
Congratulations to the 4 of you for being the biggest group of assholes The Rock has ever seen.
And JR says, oh, that dog will hunt. What?
Hey, you're that dog's gonna hunt.
What the hell does that mean?
The Rock guarantees that he will be the WWF champion at WrestleMania, but currently,
guarantees.
Make sure everybody understands here, the Big Show is the #1 contender for the WWF title.
He is, and Rock runs him down for a minute, and Triple H says, well, this is an AB conversation. How about you see your way out of it? Oh, fucking Bazinga got him.
ABC. Triple H starts talking up a fucking storm here. You got to cut the guy's fucking mic. Bro,
dude, this is my plus 10 in the moment of the night.
Dude, unbelievable. Nothing coming out of his mouth right now.
Dude, not only do they let him talk forever here, The Rock doesn't come back. They just all
talks
fuck him
talks.
up.
Was this the part of the show when he goes, as The Rock says, I talk like this? The Rock.
In this very ring.
You
Rock will go to the bottom of the ladder when you step in one-on-one competition with New York's own Brooklyn Brawler. If you smell what the game is playing. Holy.
And also, no chance in hell.
Yeah, shit, that wasn't fucking enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was 20 minutes long.
Dude, was it really?
20. Yeah, it was 20 minutes.
You timed it.
I looked because I was
Holy
like, I
fuck.
actually looked when Triple H started. Like he was just going and going and going. And it was like at 17, and then it goes even further. So it goes to 20 actually. So yeah, crazy.
Holy fucking shit! Yeah, that's brutal.
We go backstage. The Hardys go up to the APA. Farouk smoking penises back here, man. That's like real shit. Nah, they're the Hell's Henchmen acolytes.
Acolytes, yes.
They will be the APA very soon, though, I swear.
They're doing the APA stuff, but they're not called that yet.
So they're the acolytes, and they have the protection agency, but they're not officially the
Correct.
APA.
Well, APA are sitting there playing cards, and as James said, Farouk smoking penises. And
dude, large shits coming out there.
Yeah, man,
awesome,
it's rocking.
Man.
Well, Hardy's coming and say, what the fuck you guys did to us at No Way Out? You owe us an explanation. And Farouk says, listen, last time I checked, this is not a merry-go-round. This is not a playpen. Get your ass out of here. And Jeff is not having it. He says, this ain't no time to joke. It's time for payback. And APA, get up to fucking fight him. And Matt says, hold on. We don't want to fight right here. We are pussies. We do not want to fight right here. We want to fight in the ring. We want to have a match. And Farouk tells him, tuck your tail and get your punk asses out of here. So the Hardy Boys flip their table onto them and run away like little cowards. They are the faces here.
Dude, there was a funny line from Bradshaw as they were leaving. He goes, at least use the door.
At least go out the damn door.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. At least use the door.
At least they were doing the door shit here. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The APA is like one of the coolest little gimmicks ever.
Dude, so fucking good.
The Hardy Boys versus the Acolytes are up next here.
Yes.
And they start the match off with a double team plancha to the outside.
That was awesome. Matt dives onto them. They both catch him, and then Jeff does a fucking swanton over the top and kills him, and then they both rip their shirts off.
And the girls go crazy in the crowd for this, man. The big pop for this. So, moonsault blind tag by Jeff Hardy in the corner here towards the end. Very cool blind tag.
Yeah, he legit moonsaults over Bradshaw, and Matt blind tags his foot when he goes up on top there.
Or maybe he didn't hit him at all.
Maybe we got
I'm just going to say he did.
I believe them.
Yeah, me too.
Farouk's outfit here is pretty intense. Black, are they Dickies or black jeans? I'm not sure. Snakeskin boots and belt combo for Farouk with the black gloves.
This guy's an ass kicker. He looks crazy, good shape.
He's awesome.
Just got off his job to come do his other job. So Matt hits Bradshaw with a twist of fate, 3.1 kick out. And the Hardy Boys win.
Fuck you. You guys ain't over enough yet, bastards.
Yeah, they always protected the Acolytes. They always, they never, I don't remember too many times where they went down and stayed down. They definitely weren't winning all the time.
No.
But I always thought they were strong. When I was growing up, I never thought they were a weak team. And, they lost when they needed to lose. And
when somebody got up on them, it was like, whoa, they're whooping the APA's ass?
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, no.
So Kurt Angle's backstage talking to a security guard about the 2 title belts that he has. He's the Intercontinental and European champion. And
I wrote he was talking to Dick Marcinko. I wasn't sure this was.
This was supposed to be one of those segments, those B-roll segments where you can't really hear what they're saying, but they had it mic'd so you could.
They did that later with Triple H and Big Show too, where I think it's supposed to have like the music bedded over it, but it's just you just hear them talking and then the commentators are also talking.
Yeah, it's like 3 people talking at the same time. It's like this podcast.
He's talking. Kurt is like telling this dude how much he's like, oh, how much do you think these belts weigh? And the dude's not answering all. He says, well, one of them weighs more than the other. I think the European one weighs more because it has more countries on it, so that's probably why it weighs more.
Well, now it's time for the Kurt Angle Olympic Open Challenge.
Town Hall as well, too.
Well, Kurt Angle comes out and says, unlike Daryl Strawberry, the only thing I'm addicted to is gold.
See, I didn't understand this reference.
Daryl Strawberry. You see The Simpsons?
I found out he was a guy that did steroids.
Yeah, well,
Did you ever see that Simpsons episode?
Yes, of course I've seen the Simpsons episode.
Daryl.
Yeah,
the
Mark
big
McGuire. Head. Yeah, there's a good Simpsons episode.
Yeah, well, I was watching SmackDown.
Fuck you, man. Raw is war, and if you're on the other side, you're our enemy.
Damn, it's the same. What? God damn.
Yeah,
all right, that's how it was.
Anyone can challenge for the European Championship here tonight.
They have to accept my bid, is what he said. Okay.
Well, 𝗚𝗍𝗄𝗃 answers the call.
Oh my! Rikishi Fatu.
And it's unbranded Rikishi attire.
Yes, dude. I was thinking that it was like weird. It's no name or anything. It's just Rikishi in the thong outfit with his ass.
Yeah.
Ass is ass in here too, and he's got his little ankle taped up.
If Rikishi was in 2K DLC, this is how I assume it would be. So Rikishi ain't got the look back down just yet for the stink face, but Rikishi did stink face Kurt.
He's slapping his ass a lot, at least. Slaps his ass on a leg drop. Slaps his ass before he does the stink face. Just randomly slapping his ass just for fun. So he Simone drops Kurt. He runs his ass into the corner and then stink faces Kurt. And an underrated. We talk a lot about all the facets of Rikishi and his ass and the slap in the ass and the stink face.
Sure.
I think a very underrated part we don't talk about is the I don't know how the way he taunts, maybe the hype up before the stink face, because there's a crazy maneuver with his hands that sets up for him to rub his ass like it's some kind of Naruto fucking bullshit that he does with his hands, and then he rubs his ass and then stink faces you. It powers him up, and I don't think those in the games.
Well, Angle grabs his belts and leaves after he fucking gets stink faced by Rikishi, which makes sense to me. Angle on the mic says, "These people came to see a wrestling match, not your butt in my face."
I came to see his butt in your face, I'll be honest with you.
Well, that's what Chris Jericho said too. Chris Jericho and Chyna come out here together.
The loud fucking pyro actually scared me, yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. That was crazy.
Jericho very quickly says, "Welcome to Raw is Jericho." Rikishi, you may have a giant ass, but Kurt, you are a giant ass. And we would love to see you get the stink face once more, again. So Jericho jumps fucking Kurt Angle, throws him back out of the ring. Rikishi hits Kurt with the Rakishi driver that JR calls it. I think forever he calls him Rakishi.
He always called him Rakishi.
Rakishi. Which leads to a bunch of men in WWF Got Attitude shirts to run into the match for some reason, which turns out to be the Radicals, and they jump Rikishi.
Dude, this is the craziest segment of all time. Writing this down must have been, because not only do the Radicals run down, then Too Cool is here. And now they're all fucking in the ring brawling.
Barry Saturn in yellow shorts, Benoit in WWF tank top, Eddie Guerrero in a sling and button-down shirt, Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty 2 all fitted up, full jackets and hats and everything. All these fucking people are fighting. Rikishi's ass is out.
Like, imagine writing this down. We're going to start with the Kurt Angle Olympic Open Challenge for one of his championships. Rikishi answers, stink face, Jericho, Chyna, Rikishi driver, Radicals, Too Cool. And then, to end it, Too Cool go to dance with Jericho and Chyna.
This is also an an underrated part of the lore here. Is that no one really wanted to dance, but the power of the glasses,
the yellow sunglasses.
Yeah, the yellow sun gave them not only the strength, but the ability to join in on the Too Cool dance. All five of them, after beating up Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, dance.
Ridiculous. Dude, the whole time I kept thinking, is she going to do the worm as bad as Trish Stratus did?
Oh my God.
Chyna did a good job.
Jericho they were all in on it, man. Backstage, Jericho is with Michael Cole. The Radicals approach Jericho backstage looking for a fight.
Michael Cole's in his WWF No Mercy gear, speaking of. The denim on denim. denim.
Edge and Christian versus Al Snow and Steve Blackman. It's coming up next here.
Oh, that's so funny to me.
Terry Runnels comes down to commentary. She's got a bag with her.
Yeah, Terry turned her back on the Hardys at the pay-per-view to help Edge and Christian win. So that she's out here to, I guess, root on her boys. Al Snow comes out to do his entrance, and then he gets on the mic and says, "Nobody knows better than I do that you need personality to get over with you fans." I said, holy fucking shit, man.
There we go.
Not only do you need a personality, but you need an entrance that captures that. And Steve, buddy, I got it for you. Hit it, boys. And some fucked up music plays, and here comes Steve Blackman, and he's not happy. And this is smack dab in the middle of Head Cheese, and probably around the time they were doing the shoot Abe Lincoln thing. You know what I mean? What I'm talking about?
Ow. Yeah. I do remember when they shot Abe Lincoln.
Hey, man, this sucked.
This is bad.
Yeah, this sucked. I remember liking Head Cheese. I didn't like this.
I felt like they were trying to do some tag stuff. Like, there was one point where, like, Steve Blackman tagged in, and then Al waited for Steve Blackman to jump to the floor, to jump into the ring and do a German. I was like, whoa, that was fucking kind of cool. But other than that, yeah, it was just fucking bullshit.
Al Snow goes to ECW, gets super over, and then comes back and fuck you. You're right. Don't do any of that here. All right.
They do the drop toe hold into Steve Blackman's knee. They had a couple tag moves.
Yeah, they were working. 𝗫𝗍𝗄's working together.
Yeah.
Of course, Terry is ringside. She stands up with the bag, and turns out
I'm disappointed in you.
Well, it turns out she had a bag of head cheese.
Yeah, it was the big cheese that you wear on your head. Also from No Mercy. She puts the cheese on her head, but don't call her a cheesehead, and distracts. She distracts Steve. Steve Blackman is enraged by this because he doesn't like the head cheese thing. So he's super distracted by this, which leads to Christian hitting a top rope drop kick to Blackman, which feeds him into a spear by Edge. Which unbelievable combo, yeah. And then Terry leaves with her nipples.
That's it.
That is correct.
That is correct. There you go.
I mean, it's not wrong.
So The Rock is pacing backstage, of course, getting ready for his match with the Brooklyn Brawler.
He was saying a prayer to the Elvis picture in the hallway.
And now we get The Rock versus the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, Brawler comes out to some funky-ass music, and JR says, oh, well, he's been wearing the same attire since the 80s. And Lawler says, well, Vince told him to never changing. Brawler thought it was about his clothes. All the while, they're burying him like this, and The Rock just jumps out of the ring and attacks them on the fucking ramp. Doesn't waste any time. Brawler gets like a couple punches in on The Rock, and then The Rock counters, fucks him up, rock bottom, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so The Rock then calls out Triple H.
Yeah, there's a Rocky Eat My Poontang Pie sign. You like that?
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. He should do that.
Oh, I was gonna say, Brooklyn Brawler.
Probably
do
eating
that.
my pussy.
Indeed.
Well, The Rock says, Triple H, The Rock thinks that you're real cute. Making the what?
That's it.
Making the Rock making The Rock face the Brooklyn Brawler. So you think The Rock is just gonna go back to his hotel? The Rock says this. He doesn't feel like leaving New York City. So Triple H, The Rock says, bring your candy ass out here. But don't worry, it's not for the title. It's not a number one contendership match. It's going to be a Rock kicking Triple H's candy ass match. Well, Triple H and Stephanie come out here, my time style. Triple H trying to march down to the ring, but Stephanie's stopping him. She does not want him to fight. And also who doesn't want him to fight is Shane McMahon and The Big Show. He runs out here and says, whoa, chill out, Hunter. I've seen this 1,000 times. You go in there. The Rock goads you into putting the title on the line, and it's not fucking happening. We got this figured out. Yeah, and then you do it because you're a stupid bastard. Yeah. The title is going to be defended at Mania. You and The Big Show. That's how it's going down here, Rock. And The Rock says, well, The Rock says this. If WrestleMania is going to be Triple H and The Big Show, the WrestleMania is going to absolutely suck.
Yeah, let's go.
This is legendary. I remember this line so much, man.
Well, Steph says, okay, Rock. Stephanie makes the decision here, and everyone doesn't seem happy about this. Come on, this is for the boys. I don't know why you're even fucking involved in it.
It's an AV conversation. See your way out of it. See your ass to SmackDown. Get out of here. This is for the boys.
We like
Raw
SmackDown.
is for the
SmackDown's
boys.
fun. Come on now.
Hey,
got
that
some
right,
boys
Tony.
over.
Raw is for the boys.
Let him
We got some SmackDown over here.
Hey, Johnny, see your
Goddamn.
way to SmackDown, you dumbass.
Goddamn. Come on, everybody on the ground, and everybody was on the ground, and we like SmackDown.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
bro. All right, well, Stephanie says you got one last chance, Rock. You can either pin Triple H or Big Show tonight in that very ring in a handicap match. And if you do that,
Dude, the second they said handicap, I just said, no,
Dude.
no
mercy.
no.
This entire show is everything No Mercy is based off of. Every
right.
fucking part of
It
it.
is right around here.
Yeah, so if Rock wins, you can have the number one contendership match for the WWF title. And Triple H says, Rock, if you don't pin me or the Big Show, that's it. This is your last chance. Nothing. And Rock says, so let the Rock understand this. If the Rock doesn't pin you or the Big Slow, that's the Rock's last chance. And Triple H says, Rock, it doesn't matter if there's Rock's last chance. And the Rock says, he'll kick your candy ass. He'll kick your candy ass. Oh, and jabroni. This is how it goes. If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Oh, and by the way, no chance in hell.
No chance. Big
There's no
Slow.
rebuttal after if you smell what the Rock.
No.
No, that's how you do a fucking segment ender right there. See, Triple H,
Yeah,
you didn't
man.
understand that the if you smell thing is supposed
Shane
to be the
didn't
segment
understand.
ender, okay?
Yeah.
So,
That's
Chris
what he says, too.
Jericho versus Perry Saturn is up next.
Is that what you thought this match was when the entrances were happening?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay, I didn't.
Wait, you thought, I guess
China and Chris Jericho both get entrances.
Yeah, I did see that. Chyna is a manager and got her full entrance and
with the bazooka.
With the pyro and everything.
I wrote, wait, is this Jericho vs. Saturn? What the fuck? Why did Chyna get her own entrance? I guess she was just over.
Because of bazooka. The bazooka's awesome.
All right. Well, anyways.
No mercy.
Wrist clutch.
Yeah, man, this is fucked up. The Radicals theme song gets me like war flashbacks every time I hear.
That's also a No Mercy thing.
Yeah, it is a fucking No Mercy thing, and it ruined my life. Anytime I face the fucking Radicals, 2-on-1 or fucking 3-on-1 or
always. Yeah, it was always you had to fucking fight these fucking dudes, and then like, you had to fight Chris Benoit for the IC title again for some reason.
They're kicking my ass every time, man. It's crazy.
Perry Saturn's in the purple trunks here.
Saturn goes for a leg drop. Okay, by the way, let me just say this much.
This is insane leg drop.
This is a bad match.
Well, Saturn does the wrist clutch exploder. That was cool, and then it was kind of downhill from there.
Uncharacteristically bad night for these two guys.
Don't you do a WCW match? I'll fucking kill you.
They say, "Oh, we won't. We'll do a battle."
We'll have a bad Raw match. Don't worry.
Saturn goes for a leg drop and misses by a country mile.
Dude, the way he does this leg drop is very. It's like Vader bomb into leg drop, but he misses.
And then he goes for a kick and misses by a country mile.
Oh my, you're right.
I mean, they were like a mile between them.
Yeah.
Jericho goes for a lion salt, but Malenko
pulls the rope.
He pulls the rope, but I don't know what happened here. It looked crazy.
Jericho just dies in the rope. Like Malenko pulls the rope, and you think you take like the hammer bump where he like just goes right to the floor, but he just kind of like sits on the rope. And,
it felt like during this match they were always one move behind, and they were trying their hardest to catch up.
Yeah.
And by the time they were catching up, it's like fuck, we fucked this up, and we fucked this up, we fucked this up. It's like they were always just one thing behind. So Malenko then clotheslines Chyna on the outside.
Dude, he annihilates her. Holy fuck.
We gotta get this match back.
Yeah. Malenko's stomping out fucking Jericho. Chyna comes up to help, and he's just going, just annihilates her. Dean then throws Chyna into the ring, which leads to the referee being mad at Malenko. Then Saturn hits Chyna with a back suplex like they sold like a shotgun, like he killed her for some reason. The referee's still yelling at Dean, and then Jericho decks Malenko. Saturn throws knees at Jericho's head. Dean is still arguing with the referee. This is a very long argument they're having here. And then Chyna slides back in, low blow Saturn, and Jericho hits the lion salt, which JR calls an 𝗚cie moonsault for the win.
And then Chyna punches Malenko on the outside right as they win. A little receipt, brother.
That's what the fuck it's called, motherfucker. 𝗚cie moonsault, yeah.
So backstage, DX is talking to each other. Billy Gunn is in a sling.
I did not expect this to happen, by the way.
I thought it was hilarious. I was dying laughing. It was so random.
Super caught off guard by this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So they're arguing about. They have a shot at the tag titles tonight, right? That's what it is.
They have a shot for the tag titles because Triple H used his executive power to get them that match.
Right, but it's a match for DX. So Billy Gunn wants it to be him and Road Dogg because they're usually the tag guys. But Billy Gunn's in a fucking sling, and Road Dogg's trying to tell him, "Dude, you are not in any condition for this match. You are not ready." And yeah, look, come on, bro. Look at. I don't understand your gun thing.
Go to SmackDown with your dumb ass.
Come on, come on now. There's nothing wrong with it.
Can't make it on Raw. You make it over there. Not here.
He probably does. He's probably on SmackDown. Triple H comes in and says, "What's the big deal?" He says, "Edge and Christian are number one contenders as of last night, but we used a little executive influence, and DX is going to get the shots at the title. And Billy, that means Dog and X-Pac, not you." And then Billy is pissed. He gets in his fucking face and says, "Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking bitch! Even with one arm, I'm twice as good as you'll ever be." I said, holy shit. And the camera guy is even confused. Like, ski-whoa with the camera, like zooming in and out of frame. And Triple H is trying to reason him. He says, whoa. Like, here's the thing. Then he punches him in the face, and I said, oh, shit, okay, he's just going to stomp him out? All of them stomp
Everybody jumps in and beats the shit out of Bill.
Boys.
Triple H, X-Pac, and Road Dogg all take turns, all repeatedly. Sorry, not take turns. They just all stomp Billy Gunn out.
Don't take turns here. It's all in one. All in one ass.
Yeah.
Road Dogg's on the ground, like, grabbing at his sling. Like, they're stomping on his shit. Then they all pick him up and throw him out of the locker room.
Now, I thought this was super in character. I don't think for 1 second Triple H would take any shit from any of those guys.
No way.
And then I don't think for 1 second that X-Pac and Road Dogg would not follow Triple H.
See, that's the part that caught me off guard, because I was like, Road Dogg and Billy have been boys forever.
No way, dude. They're the number one Triple H cock riders, man.
Yeah, they are licking mad balls.
Yeah, they are going to beat your ass. So whatever Triple H says goes here.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
But yeah, that shit caught me so off guard when he threw the first punch. I started cracking up laughing, man. What a funny segment.
So as this show was going on, I was almost worried that I watched the wrong one. I was like, where does this happen? It feels like it fits nowhere into the show. But I was like, oh, fuck. Here it is. Mark Henry and Mae Young come down into the ring. Mae Young is pregnant currently, but it's okay. It's
never been okay.
Well,
you're right.
Who are we to doubt true love, motherfucker? I don't know.
It's never been okay. I mean, Mae Young's out here wrestling. For some reason, she wasn't wrestling, and then she got pregnant and started wrestling.
Yeah, you're right.
It improved her fucking cardio. Well, last Monday, _Viscera hit a big splash on pregnant Mae Young, but she was okay after that, I think, because she's still pregnant here.
Yeah, so it says last Monday, you'll see here, Viscera hit a splash on Mae Young, who is pregnant.
Anyway,
I said, what?
Crash Holly, Dan.
Yeah, what the hell? Crash Holly is allegedly 400 pounds. I don't understand the gimmick.
I don't understand either. The scale, not sure. Well, Crash won the hardcore title last week on Raw against Teflon Test. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
So yeah, they're brawling here. Crash powders to the floor, goes up the ramp. Mark Henry Crash looked like he was trying to find something under the ramp, and then they just gave up on it. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know. Yeah. They're chanting Elroy at Crash.
Because
like Elroy Jetson
from WCW.
From the Jetsons.
Right.
The popular show, the Jetsons.
The Jetsons.
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Dude, Hanna-Barbera. We just talked about it. Elroy wouldn't have made it in wrestling, so I don't know why they would have made this comparison.
Well, he did all right. He's right here. He's Crash Holly. That's what the crowd's chanting anyway.
So Crash beats Mark Henry with a 2x4. Mae Young is on the apron at one point. I thought she was just trying to distract because Mark Henry was getting beat up. But no, she gets into the ring to stop Mark Henry from doing his splash to Crash Holly. Instead, Mae Young hits the ropes like a house of fire and trips over her feet and splashes Crash Holly. And then she starts holding her stomach. And I said, oh, fuck, dude, this is how it happens?
No.
What the fuck? Okay,
what did they just do with the Viscera thing?
Yeah, when Viscera splashed her, the hamster just came out of her vagina on TV.
Just squirted out?
Oh, the hell? Oh, there it is.
It just falls out of her drawers.
There's her baby.
What? She's split. Wait, hold on. She gets splashed, and then what? She reaches into her pants and pulls out a hand.
Look, I'm not here to discuss.
Or is it shoot out of her
I'm not
pants?
here to discuss the logistics.
I need to know your brain.
Well, you guys,
well, like
you guys understand what childbirth is like. It's not like that at all.
Wait, what?
I told you, I'm not going to sit here and be educated on childbirth. Like I am not the foremost expert on it. So let me tell you one thing, Tony.
All right, tell me.
Viscera hits the splash on Mae Young.
Right.
It would have ejected the hand clear out of her fucking asshole.
Right. All right, so
asshole.
Tell you, that's where babies come from.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Hit the splash.
I thought it was the stork. Where's the stork?
All right,
Mark.
splash.
This guy doesn't know.
It worked.
He doesn't know a damn thing about babies.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the hand comes out.
Splash shoots out of her ass.
Live in the ring? Is that how you're booking this thing?
I would, like I said, I'm not a logistics guy. You guys figure that out.
I can't.
What do we pay you
out.
guys for? Look, we tell you what to do, and you know what I mean? What do we pay the
All
workers
right.
for? We tell you what to do, and you do it or you don't.
All right, no problem.
All right.
From the asshole.
Right, correct. With the goo. So what I'm thinking is...
I feel like Mark Henry's hand.
What I'm trying to figure out here is where did this come from? What was this whole storyline influenced by?
Meltzer had a little explanation of why he thought they did the hand, which is fucking hilarious. I never thought of, and I don't think is true, but we'll get to that.
I trust that Meltzer knows what's going on. Well, Viscera hit a splash last week on Monday. Mae Young was pregnant, but she turned out fine.
400-pound Viscera splashed her belly. Fine.
So then Mae Young does a running splash to allegedly 400-pound Crash.
I don't get it.
And then that initiates the pregnancy.
Is that how it worked for you, Tony?
The harder you push on the belly, Tony, is that how like you induce labor?
Tony?
Yeah, that can help, yeah.
So this works here.
Well, no, I've never, she never tried to do a splash in the wrestling ring, no.
Would she like to?
But a question is, do you think they did the first splash from Viscera and we're like, okay, that's how we can get out of this angle? And then they were like, wait a minute.
This is hot.
I have a better idea. What if that didn't do anything and we could do the hand next week?
You know what, man? I don't fucking know what they were thinking. I don't know if they know what they were thinking.
I think I know what they were thinking.
What are you thinking they're thinking?
I think they were thinking, let's have a live pregnancy with a real baby. I bet Vince pitched that.
Oh, they were going to do a real one.
I bet they said, what if we can make this 9 months long and Mae Young really gets pregnant and we really have a baby? And then someone informed Vince that is not possible. That can't fucking happen under any circumstance. And then he says, well, that's fucking gonna happen.
Why can't we inseminate Mae Young?
There's gotta be eggs somewhere. And
I wonder,
there wasn't.
You think they would like, you remember how like they did
eggs somewhere? Holy shit.
Remember like how they did the brawl for all and they like incentivized the boys, like, we'll pay you more money if you like do the shoot fight? You think Vince went around incentivizing them people to like inseminate or at least try to consider coming for Mae Young or in Mae Young?
I think
for
that
this?
was happening. No, I don't.
Tony does.
Think about it.
Tony does.
Think about it.
Guy like me, I'm in tune to believe that. You said it out loud, and now I have to believe it.
Thank you, man.
Do you ever just listen to what you say, Johnny, and then think about it?
Well, that's why Tony's on SmackDown, fucking dumbass. We're Raw boys
You're
over
the
here.
SmackDown
Raw's
guy.
for the boys, man.
Hey, man, James. Yeah,
that's what it's all about right there,
thank
man.
you, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, so Mae Young's fucked up here with her stomach.
Which,
and
by the way, she does the running splash to crash to induce the labor for the baby, and then by the way,
that would be the craziest sentence you've ever said in your life.
Yeah, let me make sure everybody understands that. Mae Young does a running splash to crash to induce labor for pregnancy with sexual chocolate Mark Henry.
Sexually chocolate. I forgot he's sexually chocolate.
Sexually chocolate. It's sexually chocolate, baby.
Hardcore title's on the line.
Yeah, by the way, it's a title fight here tonight. So they have commentary. They have commentary going in a very somber voice.
Oh, of course,
for the love of Pete.
Oh my God, how could this happen?
And we come back from commercial, and we're backstage because she was EMT'd and stretchered out because she's in labor. Fellas, come on.
So there's one thing that I need to point out here because I was fucking dying laughing. I don't even know if either of you saw this. So they fucking call out the ref. Mark Henry's calling out for more help. EMTs fucking come out. They have a stretcher at ringside. Now, you would think she's old as hell in fucking labor. They would like try to handle her a little better. They roll her out of the ring. They roll her onto the stretcher.
So get your old ass on the stretcher, and we're gonna get you backstage. And we go,
we've seen the WWF doctors. The Dr. Thunder over here does not know what's going on.
So yeah, they recap what just happened. Back from commercial, recap what just happened. The EMTs are rushing her up the ramp. Then they're pushing her through the hallway, and one EMT yells, "Stop! She's not gonna make it." I don't know how he judges this. How he figures out she's not gonna make it. Yes, no.
You ever seen that SpongeBob joint where he puts his hands down? He's like, "Whoa!" That's how the EMT was in the hallway. Stop! He's not gonna make it.
He's not gonna make it. Just put her in here. They just stuff her into a fucking room, and they're all like clown carring into this room. The most important thing that we did not touch on here is who won that match. Who won over here? Is Crash Holly still hardcore champion?
Well, the fans did, because we all got exactly what we got: a Mark Henry and Crash Holly hardcore title fight. We got a inducing labor splash. We got
rolling her onto
EMTs,
a stretcher.
Yeah, and Raw is brought to you by Chef Boyardee and Castrol and PhoneFree.com for free long distance calls over the internet.
PhoneFree.com.
We'll have an update on the pregnancy thing we did a little earlier soon.
I don't think they even talk about it during this match, do they?
No, because now it's time for Taz versus Chris Benoit.
Dude, I was so fired up for this. I was like,
there he is.
But I wrote, they're going to fuck this up somehow. No way they just have a good match. I wrote this down here.
That would be correct.
Well, of course, I figured out very quickly that they're going to fuck it up because at the top of the match, they mentioned that Big Boss Man and Prince Albert assaulted Taz at the pay-per-view.
I was like so pissed when I heard that. I was like, man, they're really going to come out here, huh? Taz is in a singlet. too, by the way.
Singlet Taz with the towel. They're still trying to shoehorn this pit bull thing here on Taz, and little overachiever that Taz is. But the crowd's chanting ECW like a bunch of times during this match, so they won't know what the fuck this can be.
Yes, MSG.
Oh yeah, you're right. New York's hometown.
They definitely put a lot of ECW-based stuff on purpose, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Well, Chris Benoit's here. Radical's theme song is back again.
And Eddie's out there with the sling.
This match is literally nothing, but we do get a head and arm Tazplex.
We get a head and arm Tazplex. Taz does an Alabama slam.
Oh, that was cool.
Benoit's doing some rolling Germans, but Eddie...
Ref's distracted by Eddie. Ref's distracted by Eddie.
Yes, multiple times distracted. Every time Taz goes for a pin, the ref is distracted by Eddie until the referee pushes Eddie off the apron and then goes out of the ring and throws Eddie out. And this is where I was like, oh, they're going to fucking run in here. Bossman and Albert fucking come down. They jump Taz, and this was so crazy. Benoit hits another German on Taz and holds him in a bridge. And I was like, wait, he knows the match is over, right? He held him in a bridge so Bossman and Albert could stomp him out. I said, wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Nobody told Taz to sell here.
I'm in New York, brother. I don't gotta sell.
This is my town, brother. I own this.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
But yeah, he's fighting with Bossman, and I'll be and really straight up, Taz like legit gets his ass kicked, and he just keeps getting up and fucking fighting back, and because he's the pit bull, brother.
He is the pit bull. He puts the Taz missing on Bossman. Albert breaks it up. Bossman gets a chair. He goes to hit Taz with it, gets cut off, but Albert then hits him with the Baldo bomb.
And then Albert hits the _ʍ𝗴𝗵𝗁 maneuver.
Dude, it does fucking say that.
That's what they exactly said.
_ʍ𝗴𝗵𝗁 maneuver.
I would. Okay. That's the name of that from now on. I don't know if it actually had a name, but it's the _ʍ𝗴𝗵𝗁
Isn't
maneuver.
it like the rack bomb or something? Spin out rack bomb or something
sure.
like
Yeah,
that?
in the video game, it probably is.
Yeah. No, it's a _ʍ𝗴𝗵𝗁 maneuver.
_ʍ𝗴𝗵𝗁 maneuver.
It hits onto the chair, by the way. He does the _ʍ𝗴𝗵𝗁 maneuver onto him. And then Bossman says, hey, it looks like New York's hometown boy sucks as bad as New York City does. Hey, Taz, the mood is about to change. And he throws the mic on him. I said, oh, fuck, man.
Fuck, man. They made him change that shit to the mood is about to change, didn't they? He couldn't do the survive if I let you thing. So backstage, Mae is in labor with the following people in the room. Moolah, Pat Patterson, Mark Henry, Gerald Briscoe, and one EMT.
One EMT. The doctor's like yelling at everybody, get out of the way. And Mae Young says, I need a cigar. And Pat Patterson thinks this is a good decision. He says, go get her one. So Gerald Briscoe runs out of the room. Briscoe brings it back to her. Yeah, long penis here for Mae Young here. Probably got it from Farouk, and the Briscoe gives it to her. Pat Patterson lights it up, and all the while the EMT is looking at her pussy over and over again. Keeps looking down there at it.
That's one way to say it.
That's what it's happening, no?
Yeah, I mean,
what would you say, Tony?
Looking at her asshole.
Yeah, you know. Sure, where babies come from. Yeah, of course.
That's correct. You want to challenge me on that, big man?
All right,
you don't even want to go there.
So the EMT says, excuse me, Mae, when was the last time you had your period? And Mae says, about 1957.
About 1957.
The EMT pulls Mark into his... He looks at her pussy and says, yeah! Damn! Or her asshole. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah.
Well, EMT pulls Mark Henry over. He says, you sure you impregnated this woman? And all the while, Briscoe and Patterson walk around and look at her asshole and pussy, and they start gagging.
Yeah, really.
In, I think, at one point.
Directly into her
directly looking
into the abyss, and the abyss look back, brother.
Dude, don't look. It's disgusting.
You looked?
Don't even want to talk about
it.
I
hear you,
no.
You ain't got to talk about it. Go see her.
There was this good nurse, and then like 5 minutes before my wife was...
Good nurse, bad nurse?
No, the good nurse was there, and then she left, and then 5 minutes later, this other nurse came in, and then it was like, oh, you should look. It's fantastic. And I looked at it like, nope, I shouldn't have looked. Never looked.
The other nurse was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Damn, nurse doesn't want to do that joke. Fuck.
Hold on, let's run this back.
So the other nurse. Yeah, go on, Tony. Do it again.
So yeah, this other nurse came in. And you'll never guess who it was.
Shut the fuck up!
She said, I'll take it. So my wife said she's not having this baby till she gets a cigar, and then
oh
And then this other nurse came in
and says, "I'll take it from here, nurse." And he looks at her
yeah,
asshole.
Good one, Johnny. That was awesome. High five. Let's go watch SmackDown.
Yeah, Jim's watching fucking Raw over here, bro. Fuck, dumbass watching Raw.
Did they cut the cigar for your girl? Because they didn't cut the cigar for Mae. She was smoking straight penis.
It was. Dude, it was straight. They unwrapped it and gave it to her.
Smoking straight penis.
Yeah,
dude, that's like the Mitch Hedberg joke where he said,
"The man at the cigar store, the man behind the counter said, 'What kind of cigars do you like?' It's a boys."
Holy shit!
That's awesome. Mitch Hedberg is based.
He's so good.
So yeah, they look at her pussy and start gagging, and then we go to commercial. We come back, and Pat Patterson's holding his nose because of Mae Young's notoriously stinky pussy.
With fart noises and stuff going on.
Yeah, well, of course, Tony, because they're looking at her asshole, so she starts farting on the EMT to get the baby ready.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's the comeback for commercials.
Moolah keeps telling her to push, and Mae Young is sitting there going,
Terry Funk style.
The EMT's screaming, "Calm down," at everybody. Moolah's telling her to push. Mae Young's going, EMT's fucking flipping out. Pat Patterson then comes back on screen and hands the EMT some pliers and says, "Try this." And the EMT says, "Okay." And then starts to plier her pussy.
The most cartoonish, like, rubber band sound effect.
Oh, you start going crazy with the sound effects.
Yeah, so it's crazy sound effects here. Plier in the pussy. Mark Henry is trying to...
Plier in the pussy?
Yeah!
Raw is back! SmackDown ain't got shit on this! Are you kidding me?
So Mark Henry's pulling on this fucking EMT, trying to help him drag this baby out of her pussy. And then the EMT pulls out a hand covered in crazy amount of goo. Crazy goo here. Yeah. Dude, if Mark Henry lifted it up and did the Perry Saturn taunt, I would have died.
Man.
I would have fucking died.
Briscoe's throwing up, by the way.
Yeah, Joe Briscoe's vomiting. Pat Patterson says, "A hand? Come on, give me a hand." And then that's the fucking end of the seg.
The hand comes out. They say, "Let's give her a hand," and they all start clapping. And
yeah, they start clapping this gooey hand that just came out of her butthole. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Plier style.
Yeah, keep that up.
Yeah, is that what they did to your wife, Tony, with the pliers?
Yeah, that went. Yeah.
Holy shit, Tony.
Face pizza guy once again.
Yeah, holy shit. Wow, okay, good for you, bro.
Oh, brother, no
Well,
way.
from the March 6, 2000 Observer, by the way, Meltzer writes, they had her backstage with an EMT, Patterson, Briscoe, Henry, and Moolah for this god-awful segment that ended when they pulled a hand out of her. Meltzer says, I had no idea what this was. Luckily, I do a radio show, and someone explained that hands were popular sex toys in the 70s and 80s for women, and I guess the idea was she was getting herself off in another decade and had been in there for a while.
Oh, okay.
What? She just walked around with a hand in her snatch.
Dude, that was probably Vince probably called that. Yeah, let's do that because that's what that means.
Yeah, that's what I did to my asshole. I just got my hand up there all the time for years.
Well, there you go. That's Mae Young pregnancy.
It's crazy, like how like this episode is. It just very like they don't talk about it the rest of the show. It just it happens and then.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
Dudley's. That's holy shit.
I was like, how are they gonna follow this up? Well, they followed the first one up with Taz, and then they followed the second one up with the Dudleys. So I guess ECW wins.
Dudley Boys versus Road Dogg and X-Pac is up next.
It is Road Dogg. You're right. It is Road Dogg. They recapped DX fucking Billy Gunn up earlier. All the while, Dudleys are setting up tables around the ring. Tori is also out here with Road Dogg and X-Pac in a neck brace, and JR keeps referring to her as Tombstone Tori because Kane tombstoned her and I guess broke her neck. And Lawler is giving him heat on commentary about it. It's, oh, you got to be nicer to her. And JR says,
well, I'll tell you what, maybe she got what she deserves. What? Jezebel, Tombstone Tori.
I said, holy shit.
No, Tombstone Tori, Tombstone Tori.
Rifling off fucking insults. I said, holy shit.
It's interesting to see the Dudley Boys entrance with an actual nuke drop, by the way, in the Tron instead of the Pyro.
That was cool as fuck. Yeah. They should have dropped it on that room with the hand.
Yeah, you're probably Kane and Paul Bearer come down to the ring in this one after X-Pac hits the Bronco Buster.
Yeah, the fire goes off. My God, here comes Kane and Paul Bearer. Kane flips a table over, gets in the ring. X-Pac runs away. Everyone rushes Kane for some reason because they're all fucking stupid and take a choke slam. Road Dogg takes a choke slam like almost directly onto the top of his fucking head. It was insane.
Dude,
looking.
it was. Road Dogg definitely takes the meanest one.
Yeah. Devon takes one. Bubba takes one. Then Kane does his pyro as X-Pac and Road Dogg and Tori leave up the ramp because they're afraid because X-Pac is fucking his girl.
JR says, I'm really going to miss Mick Foley. Just randomly. Just move segment. I'm really going to miss Mick Foley.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Mick Foley. And Lawler says, oh, in order for us to miss him, he's going to have to go away. And then they show another, like, this is a real Mick Foley, like, tribute video. He's not dead.
Nah, he's good.
He didn't die. He's just,
well, as far as we know, who knows, like back then.
Yeah, maybe, I guess so.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a real retirement.
It was supposed to be one, and then
I
Vince
think
felt bad.
Mick Foley said that, like, he told Vince that he couldn't remember stuff when he went home, and then Vince said, yeah, you got to retire. Like, that's it.
How could I remember if I already forgot? Like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, so Mick Foley's not dead, at least not yet here. And they get a long ass tribute video. Fucking get out of here with this, man. Goddamn. I already just watched the pussy segment.
Hey, plus 10 segment of the night.
Yeah. Oh, there's another. Trust me, this would have been my plus 10 moment of the night if it wasn't for the next match.
Yeah, well, it was a plus 10 all the way to the end moment of the night. Yeah.
Sure. Yes. Well, they show Rock on the way to the ring. WrestleMania 2000 in 5 weeks, by the way.
Yeah, we do get a cool little bumper here. It's very Y2K.
Yeah, I like that.
The aesthetic is cool. So now we get to the main event, which is The Rock versus Triple H and Big Show.
And that is our Deadlock plus 10 moment of the night.
I mean, we can really run this down in about 10 seconds, right? It's just heat.
Heat. Come back. Heat. Come back. Rock bottom.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I have a couple things here. They get a ton of fucking heat on The Rock. There's a funny line with JR and fucking Lawler during this main event WrestleMania implication thing here. Lawler says,
hey, JR, you might want to apply for that Chef Boyardee job. They'll probably need a new spokesman now, huh? That's not funny, King. But I am a little beefy at times. You are beefy.
Okay. Big Show, of course, accidentally bumps Triple H, leading to The Rock getting the comeback. Rock hits a spine buster. And JR, to JR's credit, he's fucking flipping out for the Rock comeback here. Rock bottom! Rock bottom! Get him, Rock! Get him! I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. Rock fucking covers him. Shane gets in and fucking jumps The Rock as he covers Triple H. So Earl Hebner throws the match out. Rock is getting his ass whooped by fucking all three dudes. The crowd's chanting for Foley. Sorry, guys, that's not meant to happen. Big Show chokeslams Rock big style, then gets on top of him and yells in his face, I'm going to WrestleMania, and you're not going to WrestleMania. That's his big heel line. And that's how the show ends. The Rock getting his fucking shit pushed in here.
So nothing else about the hand?
No more about the hand ever again until like the Raw anniversary show. Very strange episode of Raw.
Yeah, The Rock is not going there. He didn't pin whatever the stipulation was.
So what? It's Triple H with Stephanie, Rock with Vince, Mick Foley with Linda, and Big Show with Shane. 4-way.
I think Linda just says Mankind's back. Isn't that how that works? I don't remember.
I remember. I think that's where she reinstates him for some fucking reason. I don't remember what it was. Okay, it says here Foley left for a few weeks, but returned at the request of Linda McMahon to wrestle for the title by replacing Chris Jericho's spot in the main event of WrestleMania 2000.
Whoa, so Jericho was going to be in there? It would have been Jericho in the 4-way? Holy.
Yeah. I remember thinking WrestleMania 2000 sucked ass. I don't know if that still holds up.
I think I remember that too.
Yeah, I actually don't remember it being good either, but I will say the aesthetic was perfect.
Very cool. Yeah, super cool. And it was, I don't know if it was the first time, but it was one of the few times, I remember this vividly, that on the pay-per-view channel, it was like a 24-hour like WrestleMania build thing. And it would just replay the same thing a bunch, but it was like a 10-hour block, I think, that they repeated of stuff.
I do remember that.
For WrestleMania build. I was like, well, this is kind of fucking cool.
I don't know if this is a real photo, but I found this poster.
This is real. I remember this.
Jericho's on. Oh, yeah. All day long. The all day long thing you were talking about.
Yeah, that's right. All day long, and Jericho's on the fucking poster. Okay, here we go. It's $49.95 all day package. Yeah, I definitely watched this for $49.95.
I think I remember the all day thing.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Historic highlights from all 15 WrestleMania events, exclusive interviews and untold stories from the greatest WWF superstars past and present. Go live inside the Anaheim Convention Center for WWF Access, the fan festival. Exclusive live behind-the-scenes access leading up to the biggest event of the millennium, or it's $35 for just the show, plus 1 hour live backstage post-show. And there's an exclusive free offer. Order either the package or just the show and receive an exclusive videotape of the best of WrestleMania 1 to 15. Not available anywhere else. But yeah, there you go. That is WWF Raw for February 28th, 2000 with the Mae Young Pussy. And that is our show.
Yeah! Yeah! Hooray!
Hooray!